What's up, guys? Welcome back with another video. I think I'm gonna start calling you guys the homies. I don't know, we're gonna feel it out. Comment down below if you think, you want. I'm trying to build a community of people here. People can comment, message me stuff. We can collab, do whatever. I really want to be interactive with my community, because I love it when YouTubers interact with me when I watch videos. So, what's up, homies? Right now we're gonna be talking about what my channel is going to be about for the next 3 months till roughly the end of July. So basically, I'm a 22-year-old named John Hines, and I just graduated from Florida Atlantic University of South Florida. Got my bachelor's in business management and a focus in entrepreneurship. And I'm super excited about that. It's been like a week and I still can't believe that I actually have my degree. It's just crazy, because I hated it every year, every day, every minute for 4 years, but I stuck to it and finished it. So like, I'm only doing something crazy, either fishing or hunting or camping or working on bikes or four-wheelers or dirt bikes or motorcycles, or I'm always doing something nuts. So I feel like, why not film it? And instead of just doing it for my own enjoyment, do it for my own enjoyment, a living, and for your guys' enjoyment. So anyways, let's get into what the next couple of months are going to hold. So first off, this is not my house. We're at an Airbnb. I've already started my road trip. I'm going to be in Pensacola, Florida for a weekend. Then after that, I drive to Atlanta, Georgia, just north of that, and I'm staying at a campground in Lake Lanier. Then I'm going to upstate New York to do a special event with some Jeeps and some buddies. And then I will be residing at my buddy's house for about 2 months, because he's so nice enough to offer me to stay at his house. All I gotta do is cut the grass and maintain the property and whatnot. And basically, I'll be staying up at his cabin for a few months. And there's just unlimited amounts of content capabilities. The house is across some reservoir, so I can go freshwater fishing for smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, and whatever. I think salmon might be in that lake. Whatever else might be in that lake or the reserve. And then he's got a house in the shore, so we can go fishing on boats, and we can go beach fishing and do off-roading stuff on the shore, and there's so much stuff. He's got trucks and bikes and all this stuff that he tinkers with, and he's building some cool stuff right now, so we actually might help him start his own channel. But long story short, this next couple months are going to be packed with videos, packed with content. I'm trying, as of right now, I kind of might be between 2 uploads a week, 1 upload a week, but I want to aim for Mondays 5 o'clock and Thursdays 5 o'clock. If I can stick to that, I think you guys will enjoy all the content. So but just get ready for saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing, road tripping, dirt bike riding. Maybe I'll find an old 2-stroke YZ250 I want to build, or maybe I'll find old three-wheeler to build, or I don't know. The possibilities are endless. Facebook Marketplace is a magical place. You find random stuff. So we'll see what happens when we get up there. But for right now, I'm going to get back to my trip here in Pensacola, Florida, visiting my buddy Chris, who's in the Navy. And they're out fishing right now, and we've already recorded some content this weekend. So look forward to the video on this weekend. But as for right now, I'm going to show you some stuff of me packing for this trip, and for my being away from home for the first time for 3 months, which is also crazy, because I've always wanted to leave home. Basically, I've gone on vacations for about a week, maybe 2 weeks max, but being gone for 3 months away from South Florida, away from home, away from family and everything, is going to be a unique experience, and I'm really excited for it. So being in a new place that I've been before, but I haven't stayed too long, I think I'm going to enjoy this. So anyways, like I said, enjoy the video and look forward to much more content. Check me out on Instagram. It's John_Hines 007 0071. And then check me out on Snapchat. It's Just Living Life 15. I've been posting a lot on Snapchat of the road trip, because it's just easier to just snap, and post it to a story and whatnot. So yeah, just follow along, and hope you enjoy. Comment down below any questions or maybe video ideas you might have for me. I'm gonna be driving through Atlanta, Georgia, over to Virginia, staying in Virginia, south of Richmond, and then from south of Richmond up to upstate New York. So if anyone's upstate, you want to, you got cool ideas or a cool property or something you want to, link up and we can do some rides or fishing or something, hit me up for sure. So All right, guys, let's get into the video. All right, so currently I'm on my way to the tire shop. You can see I got my tires that I found yesterday in the back here. I paid $250 for 4 Falcon Wild Peaks that have about 20,000, maybe 15,000 miles minimum tread left on them. I feel like it's a good deal. So right over to the tire shop. My boys over here at Bill Tyson Repair here in Boca are gonna hook it up and put these tires on for me. See you when we get there. The tires on the back of the truck are over here at Bill Tyson's. So whenever I get used tires, you never know how the previous owner had them, you know, oriented on their truck, if they rotated them or not. So you can tell on this tire here, this edge is a little bit more worn than the other edges. And where's the worst tire? Yeah, and this tire here. You can tell that edge is the most worn at all of them. Compare those two together. So this one's the shallowest. So this one was on the front, probably the front right, and it wore down this edge. So that tire I'm gonna want to put on my back left or back right, because it'll wear the middle down flat again. And you might be wondering why I got these stickers on here, or some tape. What I like to do is I like to orient the tires to where the best tread goes on the back right, because this tire is gonna put the most power down and wear the worst. The fronts are gonna wear your edges, and the back left is gonna wear the least. So what I want to do is find the worst tire and put that on the back left, but make sure it's flat, it doesn't have a worn edge. And the two that have worn edges, we want to keep on the back, so that way they continue in their rotation cycle and wear the middle down. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these labeled. I gotta figure it out. I gotta inspect the tires and see which one should be on the power tire to wear the most, and blah blah blah. So I'll get back to you when I have back from the tire shop. Now I've gone ahead and put some tire gel on there. Got this stuff called Tire Wet. Just spray it on there, let it sit for a few minutes, and then wipe it off. And man, these tires stay pretty shiny and nice and black for a while. These tires needed it too. I don't know if you saw earlier, but they were like really whited, like sun faded a little bit. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Definitely tires are a little bit smaller, going from a 70 to a 65. You see right there, 65. But yeah, I think they look good. Plenty of tread for last me about a year. Maybe it'll help my gas mileage too, not having such a big tire, but you know, half an inch shouldn't make much of a difference. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and keep knocking things off the list. And I got brake pads and air filter and oil and a bunch of different stuff. Oh, new hand grips, some other stuff to fix up my dirt bike. So we'll get that nice and maintenance. But other than that, I think that that's gonna wrap up the truck for now. I'm not doing much else besides the brakes on this thing. Maybe cleaning it up just a little bit more. I already washed it with like a ceramic spray on there to keep it clean on the road trip. But other than that, I'll see you guys when I am loading this thing up and working on the dirt bike. Okay, we're back. Now we're with my dirt bike, my CRF 150F. We got a few things to throw on this bad boy today. We got a couple of grips I want to get put on here, because these ones are just trashed, ready to fall off. And then we got some rear brake shoes, because when you hit the rear brake right now, nothing happens. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the rear brakes, because that's the harder part. So we're gonna go ahead and take the rear wheel off, get those shoes replaced, and then we'll move on to the grips. So let's just knock this out. Oh yeah, and then another thing I wanted to do was an oil change, but Amazon dropped the ball on that, and we're gonna have to get that in by next week. It literally comes in the day before I go to New York, so hopefully that comes in time. If not, it is what it is. But yeah, let's get this rear wheel off and get these brakes changed. Okay, we'll start with loosening the rear axle bolt. Down here in South Florida this weekend, it has been brutal. It's about 95 degrees with a large amount of humidity. That's tight. That's tight. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's been very humid, very hot, so it's kind of unbearable to be outside. But gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta get this done. So can't wait to leave next Thursday. Go ahead, pop off the chain tensioner clip, then go ahead and use our hammer. Actually, a little trick I like to do is put the nut on, so when you're hammering, you don't mess up the threads on your bolt. Keep going. Next, we're gonna go ahead and grab this, loosen this bad boy off all the way. Kind of gotta push that forward and loosen this down. Move that off to the side, and then it slides out. This drum, the inside of the drum piece slides out, and then the whole wheel comes off. Oh yeah, and then you take the chain off as well. Chain could probably use a replacement soon, but for now, we'll go ahead and just do the brakes. All right, I got a brake in there for a little extra space. Now we can slide this right out. Yep, just like that. All right, let's see how bad these shoes are. Oh, they're actually not bad at all. It's actually not that bad. I don't know why. There's plenty of shoe left. It's really dirty and greasy in there. Oh yeah, some like mud got in there from doing something at one point. So you know what, we're just gonna clean it out, change the brake pads anyways, and we'll see if it fixes our brake problem. Pretty dirty in there. There's a little bit of a lip, but nothing crazy. I'll clean it out. Okay, with some brake clean. Okay, so cleaned out the drum with some brake clean, and now we're gonna go ahead and remove these two springs. Actually, you can just kind of fold them out like that. You always try and look and see how they went in before you do what I just did, because sometimes you forget. Flat sides go at the top, those sides go at the bottom. Spring goes under, spring goes over. I should probably show the camera. Spring goes from on top, on the bottom, to underneath on that side, and then vice versa on the other side. So these brake pads really had some life left on them. I mean, they're really dirty for some mud and stuff, but I mean, plenty of pad left. So maybe they just got glazed over from me running on the street. I don't know. There's a lot of mud and dirt in here that could also have been that not making it want to work. So, oh well, let's change them out. We got new ones that are only like 12 bucks. All right, got that cleaned out again. I hit this with the hose and some degreaser, just to kind of, not degreaser, but this stuff called Totally Awesome from the dollar store. But got this cleaned out, so we'll go ahead and throw our brake pads in. These are our new pads, nice and clean. Got a good amount of pad on there. So let's see. All right, go ahead, get this bad boy put back in. Got a little dab of grease in there, and on this side, so that way whenever it turns, it doesn't bind up, and we're good. I think I'm gonna have to adjust this arm, because I mean, those brake pads were not bad. I mean, they were dirty and disgusting, but they weren't worn out, and the adjuster screw was dang near all the way at the end of its adjustment, so I think this is clocked wrong. So we'll see when we get it back in, but for now, let's just get it back in. And I always like to put a light skim coat of grease. I got high temp grease on here, just because that's what I got. But I like to put a nice little skim coat so it slides in a little easier. Got our spacer on this side. Just go ahead and start shimmying that in. We got the axle back in, got the brake adjusted here. We'll go ahead and throw this bolt back in once we know it's fully in the right spot after I set the axle. So I don't know if you guys know this, but there's actually numbers. I mean, they're faded a little bit, but there's numbers right here. So we got 35, and then each little hump here. So you bring you guys in on that. each little hump here is 1. So we got 35, 36, 37, 38. And then I go around to this side. And I do the same thing, 35, 36, 37. We'll go one more click. 38. And then we check our chain tension. See if we like it. Alright, so we'll go one more because that's a little loose still. And we'll just keep doing that and tighten it down, check it again. Now we're all tightened on the chain. And the bolt's tight. And we got no gaps there on this side by this pin. So now we get to adjust our brake. So, wow, that chain is loud. Need to grease that bad boy up. Oh yeah, and then so now let's do the brake. Basically go until it stops, twist it. I like a very sensitive rear brake because I do wheelies, so I'm almost gonna say that that's enough right there. You know what? That's a little bit too much on the edge because it doesn't quite hit the spring yet. So I'm going to go ahead and change this one more time. I'm going to try and go a tooth forward. It's a little better. Let's check it now. I dropped the nut. Here it is.
Bang.
Cool, can you get my water bottle?
Please.
Please. Thank you.
Really nothing in here. Want me to fill it up again?
That would be even better, but I'll definitely take whatever's left in there because I'm dying.
Here you go.
Thank you. Well, wasn't much. All right, well, that should be good right there. Plenty of adjustment room, so let's go for a little ride. Actually, let's do the grips. We'll do the grips, and then we'll go for a ride, and as those brakes wear in, it might get a couple more turns out of this nut before we need to do anything else, so. Let's move on to the handlebar grips. Actually, I'm a dingus. Gotta do this too. Would not have been great, just forgetting that, and this would have fallen off on the road, or lost brakes, and that'd have been great.
These bitches look clean.
Actually, it does. Looks pretty sweet. It looks sweet.
Oh yeah, you see it, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So let's see. We got Dan over here with his BMW. Clean BMW. You put some carbon in there. Some carbon in there. Got the mirror. Can I close it?
Splitter over here.
Carbon mirror. Oh yeah, let's see. Check out the splitter. That's what we're about to do next. Drill a bunch of holes in this thing and put it underneath of this car. But hey, let's get these grips done because these are trash. I literally just ripped the tip off. That's how bad they were.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. All right, moving on. I'm an idiot. I just took this off camera because it was so satisfying when I ripped the edge off. Pretty sure I ripped the edge off on camera. But I mean, these are so junk and sticky, and
Yeah,
I also
look way nicer, bro.
I also realized
black caps.
I also realized the end of the throttle tube is literally gone from it getting drug on the ground and dropped or something like that. So let's get this other one off. Alright, so battery died on the camera, so we got the phone now. We're gonna go ahead and throw. Actually, these bars are Pro Tapper when I bought this thing, so got some nice Pro Tapper grips. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh wow. Oh wait, that's the throttle tube side. Let's go ahead and sit that down. Or that worked pretty well there. Wow, nice. That is so nice. Who knew? Get the grips that match the bars and it'll be really nice. Alright, well, let's do the throttle tube side.
Who would have ever thought?
Who would have thought? Pro Tapper grips fit perfectly on a Pro Tapper bar. It is Pro Tapper, right? Or am I tripping? Oh wait, no, it's not Pro Tapper. Oh yeah, no, it is. It is. I might be autistic, but we're gonna look past that.
We'll maybe edit that one out.
You see that?
Yeah.
Like dust coming out? There we go. Nice. Look how. Oh! We're a mess. Go ahead and take off that. Alright.
There she goes.
Bam. Well, that feels so much better in the hands. Nice. Alright. Well, we're going to check the brake, make an adjustment on that, lube this chain because it's pretty dry, and then go for a test drive. So, check it out. Camera? Say hi to camera. Alright. Oh, that grip feels nice. Chain feels the tension alright. Oh, that brake actually works now. Dirt bike rack that goes in the hitch and will sit right here. So plan is to put that together for right now and then try and load my dirt bike on it later on and see how it works. So let's get to it. Alright, so we got the hitch dirt bike mount rack. I don't know what you call it, but let's get it unboxed. Well, we got pieces, bolts, U-bolts. Oh, it comes with straps, which are probably absolutely garbage, and I'm not trusting for anything. Are these supposed to be the instructions? That's my fault. I ripped it coming out of the box. So, well, This thing seems like it's pretty, pretty good steel so far. But we got the instructions, but I kind of ripped it when I pulled it out of the box. My bad. So we're gonna go ahead and just. We don't need this. You don't need this where we're going. It fits. So I guess we got a pin here to hold the actual hitch part in, and some assorted bolts and nuts. Actually, that's really helpful. I hate it when places ship you nuts and bolts and washers and they're all in separate bags, or they're in a thing like this, but there's like washers here and bolts there and nuts here. That's good. They have them all together already. So you just kind of unthread it, throw it on there, and you're good to go. That's nice, actually. Not something I would have thought of to do ever, but it's nice. So, all right. Maybe I will take a look at the instructions, because I'm bright, but not that bright. All right, instructions are saying to insert number 9 into number 1, which is this one. And I actually The only problem I'm finding is that this washer should be on this side of the hole and on the other side of the hole. It really needs washers on both sides because the holes are just a little too big for this bolt to just rest on it. You're just getting caught in the hole. Let me show you. So, if you can see that, when this goes up against it, let me pull that through. It's like, that hole is just a little big. So if I had a second washer, which is what I'm most OCD about this stuff, that's how you want it to be. Nice and, flush. But now this one side, oh, that was close. This one side is gonna be getting caught in the hole and not, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of that. All right, well, we'll just put it all together and I can always swap the washers onto there later, I guess. Okay, so we got these 2 bolts in, those 2 bolts in, and I have this sticking out that way on purpose so the head of the bolt is on the inside, so when the tires of a motorcycle or dirt bike come through here, they don't scrape or maybe rip or tear a tire. So those 2 there, done. And then you guys saw me bolt these bolts and these bolts. So yeah, I mean, does it really need washers right here? No. Should it? Yes. I would want washers there, so I might actually end up putting washers on these heads of these bolts just to make sure they stay tight and they don't end up pulling into like the metal or something like that. So, and then we got this. The only thing left we got to do now is take the ramp, and it goes on this side. All right, so the only thing left to do is put that stabilizer with the U-bolt on, because as of right now, it's pretty loose. And so that's supposed to stabilize it up, but we'll see how well it does. All right, that I mean, it's a little loose, but it's not wobbly. It definitely doesn't have an up and down play anymore, so I guess that helped a lot. I mean, first off, first review, wish there was washers here, and the only other thing that's a little weird is, I flip these bolts so that way the tires wouldn't get dug into, and then they stick out and they prevent the ramp from, being flush with this. But I don't think that's too much of a problem. Shouldn't be. I mean, maybe it'll scratch it up and dent a little bit over time right there, but honestly, I'll probably end up just throwing that in the bed of my truck anyways, for peace of mind. But yeah, other than those two things, I mean, seems pretty solid. Came with the stickers. We put these 2 stickers on here and over there. So it's time to put a bike on this and check it out. So I'll get back to you guys. May not be today, maybe another day, but I'll get back to you guys when I load a bike up on this. All right, guys, came up with a solution. Bam! Look at that. I got my galvanized steel ramp, and I went ahead and drilled a hole there and drilled a hole there. Take them off, and I drilled a hole in there on both sides. So now those bolts kind of hold it in the spot it needs to be in. And I could put a nut underneath if I wanted to feel extra safe, but now I got way longer of a ramp, so it'll give it more ground clearance between right there so it don't get hung up. And this should 100% work. The only problem is now I gotta tote this thing in the back of the truck for the whole trip, which kind of is gonna suck, but this is a much easier way of using it. I mean, if the ramp stopped there, it would probably be good too, but I don't want to cut this thing because I like to use it to go into the bed of my truck. So and it's also nice because I'm probably gonna need that to get my dirt bike in the bed of the truck too. So it all works out in the end. So yeah, I got that bad boy rigged up. The only thing left to do is start to pack the bed of the truck. I started already. I got my golf clubs, which I want to bring, and their hard case. A detailed bin because I'm gonna be cleaning my truck and a bunch of things like that, and the bike. And this is the ramp. I'm gonna probably use that for scraps. I got my truck bed tent, which you guys will see. If you've been following the channel for a little bit now, you would have seen at my Plant Bamboo mud event where I got to meet Cletus McFarland's brother and tow his Hellcat. I used that truck bed tent in the beginning of the video. And yeah, we also got some tools along with the tent, all the other stuff. So we're gonna have to get the dirt bike up in here. My suitcases are probably gonna go in here, and I'll probably either fit my fishing rods in the back, or I'll probably just stick them. Usually I stick my fishing rods right here to keep them safe, so if nothing crushes them, just put them there and have them stick up that way. And yeah, so we're gonna get this back of this thing packed with my blankets and pillows and any other. I'm gonna put my PC back here, so you'll see. So I was in such a rush to get my truck packed and get on the road that I forgot to film an outro for this video. So here's the outro. Me doing some sick, tiny, not very long wheelies. Anyways, guys, so thanks for watching this video. That's it for this video. In the next video, which I'm gonna try and get out Thursday, so trying to get Monday videos, Thursday videos, like I said in the beginning of the video. My plan is to get the second video out actually doing the road trip, or starting the road trip I should say, going from home to Pensacola and visiting my buddy Chris. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment any questions or anything you want to say in the comment section, and I'll reply. And yeah, so look out for my next video coming out Thursday. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you later.